What's up, guys? So today we are continuing 7 days of YouTube. I know originally I said that I was doing a review on Storm today, but I've heard some conflicting reports about exactly how Storm is going to work. For example, when I tested her anyway, when she revived, she did not retain her charges after death. Even if you used raid recharges, when you brought her back, she didn't have her charges. Since then, they have changed that, and now she does retain her charges if you revive her with raid recharges. However, if you revive her in combat, like with Doctor Strange, she does not retain her charges. And so I asked the devs about that a couple days ago, and they said they're changing it, and they are going to basically put out a message explaining how it will work once they have nailed down exactly how they want it to work and have clarified that behavior. In addition, back when I playtested her, her passive was slightly worse. It did 50% chance to assist and 50% chance to speed up, and that's at rank 5. And now it does 60% to both of those things. So Storm has been getting tweaked a little bit. I also heard someone said that she is gaining charges on her assists now. I know for a fact that she did not gain charges on her assists or counters back when I played her. So I decided to postpone the Storm review just until I get some answers on those questions. I asked the devs specifically, what exactly how is Storm going to look when it goes live so that my review will be accurate, because if I hold it against her that she, doesn't keep her charges or doesn't gain charges, and then she actually works totally differently, it completely changes what I think of her as a character. So I've decided to hold off on that, hopefully just for a day or two until I get a clear answer. But so in the meantime, I wanted to make a video because I'm making a video every day, and one of the things that I get asked all the time is, what are your Sure2Win Blitz teams? So disclaimer before we get into this, I have literally every character you can possibly have except Ultimus. So some of my Sure2Win Blitz teams might involve characters not everyone has, but those are the characters I put resources into, so I can make a separate video showing what the best Sure2Win Blitz teams are, excluding certain rare characters, but, it'd be silly not to use them if you have them on my roster. So I'm going to show you my 5 Sure2Win Blitz teams that I use, but that said, you build different Sure2Win Blitz teams for every roster. I literally do roster reviews all the time, and I don't get to make the same teams very often. It has a lot to do with who has what character and how strong. For example, Iron Man might be a better blaster than Cable in most instances, but if your Cable is much stronger than the rest of the people on the team and your Iron Man is a little bit weaker than everyone else on the team, it might be in your best interest to have a stronger blaster. So it's different for everybody, but if you want to know specifically what the absolute best Blitz teams you can make are, I do roster reviews, so just message me on Discord. But enough jib jab, I'm going to show you guys my 5 Sure2Win Blitz teams, so let's get into it. I'm going to play each team a couple of times, so let me bring out this first one. This first one we call on the stream the What Are You Blind team, and the reason we call them the What Are You Blind team is because the enemy team spends most of the fight not being able to hit them. And I will show you exactly what I mean by that. Let's see. Oh, that's a fantastic matchup. Here we go. But yeah, so basically it relies on a lot of interplay. You have Mordo, who puts out multiple blinds. You have Scarlet Witch, who extends those blinds. You have Hand Sentry every other turn giving out evades. And then you have Merc Lieutenant every other turn giving out speed up and offense up, and then both Scarlet Witch and Mordo on their basics are debuffing everyone, so it's just absolutely brutal. But so we'll start off and drop a blind on Punisher so that his AoE doesn't hit anyone. Beautiful, so just like that, we got 3 targets blinded. Now, unfortunately, that was a crappy spread because Hulk is going to taunt and Luke is going to defense up, so those blinds don't really matter. But we will go ahead and do this and extend all those blinds for 2 turns, and Hulk will attack on his second turn. Punisher will miss both of his next 2 turns, and even Wolverine is going to miss because everyone's got evade now. So we'll start taking out Iron Fist just because he's not blind. And so, what are you blind? He whiffs through the evade. What are you blind? You starting to get it? Oh, and then obviously they have the deflects as well, so when they do get hit, they've got deflects going. Really, I put this team together as an experimental team, you know, just for fun, and yeah, they are indeed a lot of fun. It is very, very difficult to kill this team, and you can actually make this team even more troll by putting more blinds on it in place of Iron Man. Like, I have Iron Man just doing damage, but you can absolutely put, you know, Hawkeye on here who can blind people. You can put Star-Lord on this team who can blind people. And you don't necessarily have to use additional blinds. I mean, there's a lot of combos that you can put on that core. Oh, that was unfortunate. Look at how big that Wolverine is compared to the rest of his team. That's crazy. Oh, and I should probably clarify too, I am, as you can see, not playing this in Tier 8, but these are the exact same Sure2Win teams that I do run in Tier 8. So, I just happen to be using them in a lower tier because I'm doing the S.H.I.E.L.D. Blitz at the time of filming this video. But I promise you these teams are every bit as effective in Tier 8, even against meta comps. Obviously, when it comes to like Tier 8.3, you have to be a little bit more selective of who you're taking the team into. But all these teams I'm going to be using today are very, very reliable. So that's one win for the What Are You Blind team. And I think I'll go ahead and run each team twice for you. I'm just trying to hit all the milestones, which is 200k, so we'll take him into this team as well. And yeah, more blinds for everybody. Another fun thing that can happen is Mordo can blind 3 people. And then Scarlet Witch has, I think, a 40% chance on the start of her turn to spread a blind. So you can end up with 4 people blind. So, let's see. So, oh, see, so for whatever reason, Mordo only blinded 1 person, which is not supposed to happen, but Scarlet Witch on her turn kind of covered for him by spreading a blind onto Crossbones, and then we'll go ahead and have her extend those blinds, which really screws Gamora. And then we'll throw up all these evades, and I guess yeah, we can start taking out Crossbones. Unfortunately, being blind does not stop his detonate, so that blind doesn't actually really impact him, but hopefully with this basic attack here, good, we got a defense down, which makes him real easy to kill. And then, as a precaution, we'll go ahead and throw up all these deflects. And as you can see, this team is just insanely safe. I'm not even going to waste the Unibeam here, we can get the kill anyway. And now I've got the Unibeam saved for a higher priority target. What are you, blind? Another defense down, and then another offense up, and this is where we use the Unibeam. Offense up in a defense down haul. GG. And then, yeah, we just got more evades, which is just all the more annoying, because Merc Lieutenant is just every other turn speeding this process up. She's heal blocked, so her passive couldn't even do anything. We'll go ahead and blind Wolverine again. Yeah, so, I mean, it's 2 more blinds. It's just brutal. I imagine that this is a very frustrating team to face. However, they are slightly less effective on defense. I'm sure some of you are thinking like, wait, how well would this team work on arena defense? Nowhere near as well, because, you know, you want to use the Scarlet Witch deflects before a big incoming AoE if you can. Mordo has this terrible habit of always trying to use his ult, when in reality his ult is terrible. So he doesn't use his blinds as much, he doesn't open up with his blinds, so you end up with Scarlet Witch extending heal block, which is not worth it. So they really don't work on arena defense, unfortunately, but for Blitz offense they're tons of fun, and there's a lot of substitutions you can make where the team still works. So this second Sure2Win Blitz team, I don't think you needed me to tell you guys that this one works. This is Nick Fury and the S.H.I.E.L.D. team. So I will answer this question just because we're here. The person that you leave off of the Fury S.H.I.E.L.D. team, typically it's Medic. For Raid, however, you actually bring Medic quite a bit and leave Trooper off, just so you have as much healing as possible. But for things like Blitz, you don't need an obnoxious amount of healing, you'll be just fine. And obviously this team I think this is the strongest team of 5 in the entire game right now. So, obviously this team can win infinitely in Tier 8, but what a lot of people don't seem to realize is that although you have to be slightly more selective with your matchups, the full S.H.I.E.L.D. minion team without Fury, so sub-medic in for Fury, is very, very reliable all the way through Tier 8. If you have them geared up appropriately, now obviously they get just a huge spike in efficiency with Fury. He's absolutely incredible for this team. But their synergy just among themselves is really, really solid even without him. So you can definitely run them in Tier 8. And these guys, I can literally take them into any team. There's no team on defense that I worry about taking them into. They're not quite arena ready for me yet. I can get wins with them in arena for sure, but they're not quite arena ready for me yet just because mine's still at like 105k or somewhere in there, maybe like 107k, I'm not exactly sure. But, and I'm going up against teams that are like 160k, which does make it a little tough. But, they are easily beating teams that are 40 and 50k above their weight as it is. They just can't take all matchups right now, but they're an insanely strong team, and as long as you can bring them in a raid, so like if you're doing like a global node in the Deadpool raids or something, they're just absolutely top tier for raid, absolutely top tier for both arena offense and defense, and of course they are a sure-to-win Tier 8 Blitz team. As you can see, they don't just beat their opponents, they literally multiply, and yeah, they're just insane. So you guys probably did not need me to show you that the Fury S.H.I.E.L.D. team wins reliably in Blitz, but there you have it. So my third Sure2Win Blitz team is a fun one just because the fights are usually very quick. It is Hawkeye, Kingpin, Rocket, Star-Lord, and Crossbones. And the concept behind this team is pretty simple. Kingpin and Crossbones are an insanely strong combo, and Rocket and Star-Lord are an insanely strong combo. And you just pair those duos together, and then I bring Hawkeye just so there's some dispel just in case I want to stop attacking a tank. But they're just, both of those duos are just incredible, and this team has so much damage, so you can just pick a target and do that, and then you can do this, and that's all before they've even taken a turn. Just another reason why the Guardians are so strong on defense. Now that was lucky that Rocket gave an offense up to Star-Lord when he spawned, and Rocket does not always call an assist on his special, so we definitely got lucky there. They can't reliably do that, but just Rocket's special on its own, plus Star-Lord's ult, which will always call 2 assists, you can very reliably do like 2/3 of one person's health and like 90% of someone else's health with Star-Lord's ult. So, and that's your worst case scenario. And then the cool thing is Kingpin gives everyone the 2-turn defense up and the offense up, and Star-Lord will always feed the person to his right energy when you use his blind. So you can recharge Kingpin very quickly, and the Kingpin Crossbones combo means you have the offense up and the defense up for the detonate, meaning you do a preposterous amount of damage, and you don't even feel it. And then Rocket has his ult to follow up anything that's survived the Crossbones ult, and then Star-Lord's already ready to ult again. So, you know, we don't even have to, but the matches that this team are very, very quick. But both the Kingpin Crossbones combo and the Star-Lord Rocket combo are absolutely excellent for any team. The Star-Lord Rocket combo is a little bit reliant on having someone that is doing some defense or protecting the team. But what is this team here? Oh, it's got a Drax though. They all have Drax. But the Kingpin Crossbones combo can go on pretty much any team and just absolutely crush it. So we'll win another one with these guys. And to show you the kind of destructive power that they have, I'll go ahead and try to chew through Drax. we've actually killed Drax before his second turn, which is really, really good. They counter the Spider-Man defense downs fairly well by providing defense up. Then you've got this rocket AoE, and let's go ahead and stun Spider-Man. Or not stun, rather blind, and that worked perfectly. We also blinded Yondu, so he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. The reason he landed some of his attacks is because he actually has 130% accuracy, so even when blind, he can sometimes hit, so he missed some of the targets and hit others. You can never be super sure with Yondu, but it doesn't matter. Then you just detonate and wipe out everything that's still up. So that is my third Sure2Win Blitz team, and it's the two power couples plus Hawkeye. And then this is my fourth Sure2Win team, which is the power couple of Spider-Man and Deadpool. They make a fantastic team. And then a couple of Dispellers and Thanos. Now, I would actually much prefer a different tank here. Someone that actually gives team-wide defense would make me feel a lot more comfortable with this team. It still is a super, super reliable Sure2Win team, but the reason Thanos is the tank is because literally there are no other tanks anywhere close to their power level, and I needed Thanos for Mystic Campaign. But I would actually much prefer the team with Luke Cage or Merc Riot Guard as the tank, because they would be able to give defense up to everyone. But it doesn't matter. This team still has an absolutely fantastic win rate. So let's mess with these guys. I put Doctor Strange next to Thanos so that the energy from the kills gives me more of an opportunity to heal and revive, or wings and Watomb, but usually the fights don't actually go that long. The reason that Deadpool and Spider-Man are such a good combo is because Deadpool will reliably chain into the targets that Spider-Man has defense down and just do a fantastic amount of damage. Now we already have the offense down from Thanos. So even if this detonate goes off, which it won't because we have the stun, the damage would be tempered. Go ahead and do that. We can ignore this taunt and take out Night Nurse. We'll go ahead and Wings of Watomb. Drop the AoE. As you can see there, I could heal with Doctor Strange if we were in any kind of trouble, and it's a very big heal. But I don't see any reason to do that. So yeah, that was just another massacre. I realize these fights are in like tier 5, but trust me, they go the exact same way in tier 8. Like, one of the things here is this team is incredibly strong into Black Widow, and I'm not even seeing a Black Widow matchup to show that to you guys, but that's where they really shine. So you're actually seeing this team slightly handicapped. I especially love using this team to hunt Black Widow or Kingpin because we have the Winds of Watomb and just completely shut those teams down. And you have Vision, the ability block Captain America, so this team just does phenomenal as a counter to a lot of the meta teams. That offense down on Gamora is really going to screw her. Okay, perfect, everyone takes a nice chunk. Go ahead and shut that explosion down, even though we'd already offense downed it. We'll go ahead and drop a bleed. We'll take out Crossbones. Drop a Winds of Watomb. And yeah, let's go ahead and offense down these two. I think we're gonna get Quake ulted. pretty soon here. There it is. Oh wow, she actually got resets too. Oh, he was offense down. That was a mistake. Oh no. He bit the dust too. Alright. That was a really sloppy win by me. But I knew we were so far ahead that I could afford to mess around. But yeah, don't play like that. It was not the cleanest win. And then my final Sure2Win Blitz team is pretty much just a minor variant of the meta team. It's actually the old meta, which is where you have Gamora and Yondu, and this has kind of fallen out of meta a little bit in lieu of better people to pair with Captain, Black Widow, and Quake, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with this team. They are still super effective, and so of course they are sure to win, and we're gonna prove that right here. I thought about just letting loose the AoE because we had it and no one was gonna get any defense up, but yeah, we could just stun him instead. Oh, I forgot. Yondu's gonna AoE. Awkward. I summon minions into a Yondu AoE. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here today. That's how good these teams are, is that they'll carry you even when you play super sloppy. But good night, Wolverine. Alright, and so you'll get to see this team one more time, and then we'll break the 200,000. So, it doesn't matter. Sure, let's go for these guys. I'm assuming you guys don't need me to explain why this team is so good, but if you're new, Captain America has incredible synergy with Avengers, Black Widow has incredible synergy with Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D, and Quake is S.H.I.E.L.D, but yeah, let's go ahead and stun Crossbones. I'll just go ahead and lay into him. I'll save the S.H.I.E.L.D throw. Can just drop the AoE now. Hopefully that's enough for Gamora to get this reset. And then, oh okay, he's still taunting. Alright. Alright, and that should clean up those three. So, there you have it. That is all the milestones in the Orbisol Blitz. I've got 360 Blitz charges remaining, and I didn't even claim my one from the Villain Daily earlier, so I actually have, was that 460, I believe? Yeah, 460 Blitz charges remaining, and I absolutely love Orbisol Blitz. I highly recommend, if you are a new player, that you really go hard on Orbisol Blitz. There are a ton of characters that are really hard to farm, like Black Widow is impossible to farm, same with Nobu, but characters like Kingpin, people who are really late in the campaigns, you know, Doctor Strange, Vision, and you can get all of these characters from premium orbs. So if you are a new player, I would invest a lot of resources into scoring as high as possible in Orb Assault, because a lot of people don't take Orb Assault very seriously. Like, even myself, I would invest heavily in Orb Assault. I probably should, but it's like my day off because I go really hard on the other blitzes. But when I started off, I was going really, really hard into the Orb Assault blitz, and I probably should get back to doing it, honestly. But yeah, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It will get you characters that you otherwise wouldn't get, and characters like Black Widow and Nobu are very, very viable even at 3-star. So it's definitely worth it to go ahead and do that. But so that was a quick little showcase of my Sure2Win Blitz teams. I'll just go ahead and pop open all my Blitz orbs here. And I will have a new video out for you guys tomorrow. So let me know how you enjoy this style of video. No script or anything, so it's probably not the most condensed, but I can do this pretty reliably every day. So if you guys enjoy videos like this, I can definitely get a new video out to you every day. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace!